how much of your mental framework is part of your success or drives the success in the market, whether you're a trader or an investor.
Counts for about 80% of success in fairly advanced, mature, and successful traders.
How do you know your mind?
One is your intellectual mind, and second is your emotional self.
Can you be both a trader and an investor?
So you have to really be a very good evolved person psychologically.
Is averaging a dangerous concept? Have you seen that go wrong with a lot of people?
I don't like to average a losing trade.
That's the mind of a trader. Hello and welcome to this very special episode of Classroom. Today we are going to discuss something which is slightly unusual. We usually talk about sectors, about technicals, about futures and options, about fundamentals. We never talk about what goes on in the mind. And as they always say, most of it is in the mind. It's all in the mind. Today we're going to talk about how much of your mental framework is part of your success or drives the success in the market, whether you're a trader or an investor. It's a very, very important thing. All of us talk about fear and greed, of the kind of compulsions that we go through in the market. And finally, the people who can actually rise above that, think clearly, they are the ones who make money at the end of the day. Atul Suri of Marathon Trends has done quite a bit of interesting work on the psychology of a trader. And over the next half an hour, he'll take us to what you should be doing, some do's and don'ts of when you're in the market, and how important is it to steal your mind to make money in the market. Atul, thanks very much for joining in. We keep talking about Excel sheets, fundamentals, P ratios. How much of it is beyond the screen? It's in your mind.
If you really study some of them, that's one of the best ways to actually study trading is to study successful traders. And the more you hear about them, the more you talk to them, the more you read about them, increasingly in their careers, they move away from just the mechanics of trading, which most of us struggle with, and into the whole area of psychology, into the whole area of risk management, into this whole new area which most traders or most investors at a very baser level do not think it exists. In fact, I think that it counts for about 80% of success in fairly advanced, mature, and successful traders.
Is that the lesson from many of the great success stories of the world's greatest traders?
Certainly, certainly.
Think of a couple of names.
I would like, my guru, I would say, is someone like Ezio Cota. He has been featured in Market Wizards. There are a lot of other good traders who are featured in this very good book called Market Wizards. And in this book, Jack Schwager has really gone about and interviewed these traders at the psychological level. He has not covered just mechanics. And increasingly what has come about in each one of their cases has been the importance of psychology, the importance psychology plays, and the discipline with which they trade. And this is something which, unfortunately, unlike mechanics, then cannot be taught. You can teach someone an Excel spreadsheet. You can teach someone how to calculate an EPS, but you can't teach someone how to take away greed and fear from your mind. It is the Waterloo of anybody at any point in time, however successful or however good a track record he has.
How important is it to start off by knowing your own mind and your own bent of mind when you're getting into the market? Are people fundamentally conservative or highly risk averse or highly risk prone?
Sure.
Are they by nature fundamental or technical guys? How do you know your mind?
Yes, this whole thing, fundamentals versus technical, investing versus trading, this is something where people have spent hours and hours of discussion, and I think it's worthless. Because at the end of the day, then what matters is what works for you. There is no real prescription. There is really no holy grail. What you really have to do as a trader is fundamentals and technicals all work. Even information works. I even say even tossing a coin works. Even astrology works. But you have to make it to work for you. And for that, I really think there are two basic components. One is your intellectual mind, and second is your emotional self. As far as the intellectual state goes, you really find that everyone is bestowed with different intellectual capabilities, and a lot of it is also genetic. You inherit a lot of it, a lot you develop. If you find that you're good in numbers, a lot of people, very good numerical abilities, very good analytical abilities, you'll find that something like fundamentals comes very naturally to them. But if someone is a dino as far as numbers go, to ask him to work on Excel spreadsheets, to remember his EPS, Ps, etc. is going to be a challenge. So definitely people with good numerical ability will gravitate towards fundamentals. People with good intuitive abilities, artistic abilities, who can read patterns well, who have that little bit of a psychic ability, you'll find will be more successful in technicals.